getting money since I was legit. Ever since I blew, they all on my hey, back then, didn't know I exist. Don't touch my cup, you know how I sip. Hey, got your long, say I made her when I showed out my whip. Hey, spent about 10 on my fit. Ex-slick, then hit with the back then, used to out the zip. Blow out his back, then dip. Got a whole party all on the ship. All these four things, pull out the bip. Suck to a nut, baby, pour out the milk. So you know how I drip.
All right, Coach, we welcome everybody to the Garden State. EA Sports coverage of the NFL finds us at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. This is the scene just before we came on air. This New York crowd fired up by the arrival of their G-men as they burst from the locker room. They're ready to go as the Giants get set to match up with Dak Prescott and the Dallas Cowboys. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Ready? 10-2 start. Mike 54. Go. Go. Get it.
Here's the former number 2 pick, the Pro Bowler Saquon Barkley. And he'll take this forward for 2, maybe 3. But we do have a flag down, and they're already marching backward.
Ready. Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Hey, watch the slant.
Operating from the gun, Jones. That's complete. He's got Barkley out of the backfield. That's a gain of 11. Would have been a first down if not for that penalty moments ago. Well, we see so many good battles in the NFC East, and Cowboys and Giants, they rarely disappoint. They didn't disappoint last year. Cowboys got the better of the Giants both times. Week 2, 20-13, and then in Week 17, a thriller, 36-35. That was a game where Dak Prescott threw 4 touchdown passes. Now a throw for the left sideline, and he's got it. And they finally do get him, but not before he reaches the 27. A big play there on the catch and run. 46 yards.
First and 10 at the 27-yard line.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, first and 10. Now a first carry for Donnell Pumphrey. Down to the 25. They follow up that gigantic gain with the tiniest of pickups, 1 yard.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
The reception good for 7. It's third down.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
Hey, Delta, on the ball. 5.
Jones now on 3rd and 2. This is caught, and he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Evan Ingram, his 6th touchdown of the season, and the Giants take it right down and score on the opening drive. Rosas true blue on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 22. Here's Prescott. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete. Charles, already trailing by a touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Now Prescott. He's going to look deep down the field. Trying to get it to Cobb, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 28, and he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Running it with the NFL's Offensive Rookie of the Year a season ago, Saquon Barkley. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
From the 39, Jones steps away to his left. He'll get this out to Barkley complete. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, he was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice 1st down.
Jones heading up here 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 5 for 5 here to begin the game. Flush to his right. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but if they make them out of bounds, that does you no good.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Hey, echo.
Here's Jones to throw again. Catch made by Slayton. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. And boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables, otherwise they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin him back. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left. We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders. That
guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. 2nd and 9 now from the 21. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. And there is Amari Cooper, his first catch. And he's able to get up here to the 26. Looking back to Cooper's numbers from last year after that trade, he ended up playing 9 games with the Cowboys in 2018. 725 yards, 6 scores. Also had the 100-yard game in the playoffs against the Rams. And if you add up the numbers between the two teams last year, he was over 1,000 for the 3rd time in 4 NFL seasons. Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down. Here's Switzer. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. He completes it to Bryant. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A good pickup there, a 22.
Nice catch right there. Brings to mind the sentence, when in doubt, find your veterans.
I used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans. You get up in your 30s, you're still playing receiver, but you're around that long at that position, you're doing something right.
Just remember this. When he was young, he thought the crafty veteran was simply a guy who couldn't run anymore. Now he understands a little bit better.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
No game on this defense, no game. Switch.
Now Saquon Barkley. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
So a solid run by Saquon Barkley and another 1st and 10 here.
That's trash. 61, matchbox, white.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Again the juke. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It's a Giant 1st down on a gain of 16.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another 1st down with that run.
80 weapons. Go. Check.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. He'll get this one to Switzer. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. So that throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
And a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the red zone? Well, the windows are tighter. Everything's more condensed. It has to be quicker, and you've got to deliver the ball on time. Your biggest worry, ball gets tipped in the air. Because if that happens, then it's fair game for the defense.
And he's going to get about 4 down inside the 10 to the 9.
Anthony Brown on the tackle. It's a gain of 4. Makes it 3rd and 2.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. The Giants on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. And now a fumble. The ball's out.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
And he is in. Touchdown, Giants. Saquon Barkley with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead. Rosas True Blue on the extra point, and it's now 14-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points get that 0 off the board. Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10.
Kill. 27, 26.
Elliott. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. For Zeke, what a first 3 years he's had in the NFL. Last year, his 2nd rushing title, 1,434 yards. Not as many as 1,631 that he had as a rookie, but still his yards per game average was the best in the National Football League.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with a football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, it's Elliott. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. 14 yards, good for a Cowboy 1st down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Prescott from the gun. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10.
Kill.
Prescott. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. T.J. Green with a pick. And they're going to take over right there at the 22-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. It's a gain of 11 and a Giant 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Watch the slats.
On the run, it's Barkley. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
Michael Bennett's versatility, being able to play any position along the defensive front, allows him to make those types of plays. He finds good matchups and gets into the offensive backfield.
And there it works for a tackle for loss. Now this pass into the hands of Saquon Barkley. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and just like that, it's third down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
The Giants on third down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Throwing, Jones. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. It'll wind up being a net of 41. 9-yard return, 50 on the punt. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early? And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Akeem Talib. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick 6 last week. Not a pick 6 here, but an interception.
Hey, it's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept the pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he had made it all the way to the end zone. This week, he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. DeMarcus Lawrence make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
Well, maybe that can give him a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things has gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Now Jones finds his tight end Ingram. And he will take it all in for a Giant touchdown. Evan Ingram with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead. Rosas good with the extra point. And that makes the score 21-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on 2nd and less than a yard. Looking to throw. Prescott. He finds Randall Cobb with a completion. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. 14 yards, good for a Cowboy first down. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Out of the gun, here's Prescott. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. Chewing up big yardage, another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
First down, Dallas.
Thus far, it hasn't been a real fun half for them, but a play like that may get them off the schneid a little bit, get them loosened up and moving.
Kind of seems like they've been sleepwalking and still sitting on 0 points.
And it's not always making an adjustment. Sometimes it's just going back to what you know can work and finally getting it done.
A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now, we'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. Looking to throw again on second down. Prescott buying time to his left. And that's off the mark, incomplete.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2.
We're going to 54. 29 is Mike. Mike, 29. Watch a slap. Watch a slap. 29 is Mike. Mike, 29.
Flag comes in. This might be a free play. And this is caught. It's Cooper. And he takes it into the end zone across the chalk. Now, there is a flag down, but I think that's offsides on the defense.
Yeah, I think that's going to stand, partner.
Forbath, the extra point, and they'll cut the lead to 21-7. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They have been red hot, sometimes white hot here in this first half. They're just looking to add to that total right now.
And this has to serve as a reminder to myself because so many times I get wrapped up in the play calling, how they've sequenced things, how it's run. But, you know, at the end of the day, it's still execution. Those guys out on the field, and right now they are locked in and really looking good.
They'll try to continue to be locked in here as we get ready to approach halftime. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. Throwing again on second down. Jones nowhere to escape, and he goes down. DeMarcus Lawrence in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
And now they're looking for 19 yards here on 3rd down following 2 negative plays.
Go on. Back. Chance. Slam. Begin. Hey, zoom. Ready.
From the gun, Jones. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the... And that's caught inside the 35. They give him a gain of 37.
Well, you don't have to be a genius to watch this game and figure out they've had plenty of success moving the football here in the first half. We've seen exhibits A, B, C, and right on down the line, haven't we?
Yeah, we just saw exhibit Z right there. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Now Jones from the gun, he'll throw. Dancing to his left. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
Ready? KT Gator. Check. Watch the Hey, seam 6. Here we go.
Jones throwing on 1st down. They'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. A bit of a surprise. They're going for it with 2 ticks remaining. No sign of the field goal unit.
Kill. Check 24. Check 24.
They'll try and run for it with Barkley. And he is in. Touchdown, New York. Saquon Barkley. As time expires in the first half, and the Giants are able to add on to their lead. And they extend their lead, a little added cushion into the lockers. What a way to finish.
Tremendous way. That's momentum that they carry in with them. Can they convert it and bring it back out to start the third quarter?
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Second half ready to get rolling. The Giants with a lead, and they are set to receive this kick. That'll be taken in the end zone.
Come on, fellas.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Prescott now just 7 of 15 so far, but he's got a 1st and 10. Prescott to throw it. That one complete to Elliott. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
Mike's 56. Mike's 56.
Throwing. Prescott. And that's Elliott. Complete.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Now Prescott connects here with the tight end Blake Jarwin. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 41-yard line.
First down.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
A first down carry by Elliott. And the lane closes up quickly as he'll get about 3 down to the 38.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
They go to Elliott again. And an alley to run. And he's going to get this inside the 30. It's a gain of 12, and the Cowboys pick up the first. Always a lot of great storylines when the Giants and Cowboys get together. And, of course, one everybody was buzzing about, the great young running back Zeke and Saquon, who finished 1-2 in the NFL in rushing last year. And down on the field before the game, you see those guys talking. You realize how big they are. Zeke at 228 pounds, Saquon 233 pounds. A bright future in the backfield for both of these franchises. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. Prescott now. And that one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football here. Nearly a 4th pick, and it's 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions. 3rd down here and 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10.
Mike 29. You got nothing today. You got nothing. Switch off, Mike.
Here's Prescott. And for the fourth time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Akeem Talib. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive, that culminating touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. Doesn't matter where you start with the football now, they have to feel great about their opportunity.
They'll go to Barkley again. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. First down for the Giants as they pick up 12.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. They'll run with Barkley. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets them back now for second down.
Down. 15, Lonnie. 15-line.
And now a timeout called by the Cowboys defense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter.
Come on, set. 60 outlaw. Now.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Jones flushed out right. That's complete. He's got Barkley out of the backfield. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds.
Ready.
And the Cowboys here on third down bringing in an extra defensive back.
5.
Operating from the gun. Jones. That's complete to Slayton. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 10 yards, good for a Giant first down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Exit.
36-yard line.
Jones now, operating from the gun. Throw left side, complete to Ingram. And another mistake here defensively as a flag is down on the tackle, and that's going to tack on 15 more. And now it's 1st and 10, a big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Jones fakes the give to Barkley. There goes a deep ball. End zone. And he finds Shepard. Touchdown, Giants. Sterling Shepard. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead. He put quite a bit of air underneath that touchdown pass. Of course, we knew that he had the strong arm.
That part was easy. You can see that throughout his college career. But what you want to know about a rookie is when the pressure's on, can you throw with touch? He just did right there. And, boy, it was pretty.
Rosas true blue on the extra point, and that'll increase their lead to 28. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Kill.
To throw is Prescott. Got an open man. It's Michael Gallup. And now nothing but green ahead of him. Touchdown, Cowboys. Michael Gallup, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Cowboys get a bit closer. Forbath to add the extra point. It's good, and it's now 35-14. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Here's Jones. Back to the air on second down. A short throw to Ingram. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down. A healthy Evan Ingram, that could be a great elixir for New York this year. The season ago, he only played in 11 games because of the injuries, 35 catches, which was a dip down from 2 seasons ago when Ingram caught 64 passes. And they're left looking at 3rd and 8 after the second down pass play only went for 2.
Check the call, check the call.
Hey, wahoo!
Let's go, D.
Hey, check mine. Watching you five. Let's go.
From the gun, Jones. And Tate's got it. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
Well, we're used to seeing the guy that you consider the number 1 receiver double covered, but how about this guy? He's double covered and finds a way to make the play for a first down.
That's how you increase your Madden rating, right?
No doubt about that at all. And you know something? I think we'll hear about that from him soon.
Barkley on first down, going to work his way forward, only for about a couple there. The tackle by Robert Quinn.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Now Jones. From the gun, he'll throw. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on third down.
Let's go!
Two first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10.
Look, squeeze. Hey, Echo.
Operating from the gun, Jones. Catch made by Slayton. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. A very solid gain of 27.
That's another Giants first down. 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
This quarterback now over 300 yards now for the game, and time to improve on that as he's got a 1st and 10. Back now here at MetLife Stadium. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4.
Come on, set. 15, Lonnie. 15, Lonnie. You ain't doing nothing today. You ain't doing nothing.
Jones on 1st down. Open man is Switzer, complete. And oh, he coughed it up. Jones heading up here 1st and 10. And he's 5 for 6 now throwing the ball on this drive. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up second down. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 back.
And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. A 13-yard touchdown run. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead. So they're down in the red zone. They opt to utilize his legs instead of the arm. It works out pretty well.
I like what they were thinking there, because in most situations now, defense is accounting for all the other runners on the field and, of course, for pass plays. But the quarterback position, oftentimes it is unaccounted for. Offense coordinator felt it, dialed it right up.
Inside the red zone, is this something teams should maybe, depending on the quarterback, do more often?
Definitely. If you've got a quarterback who can actually move it with his legs, that's an extra option and an extra weapon for you. I think they should utilize it more often.
Take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did.
It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Cowboys. Amari Cooper, his second touchdown of the night. And the Cowboys cut into that lead. Not a whole lot to recap on that drive. Just one play, 75 yards to the house.
Yeah, it's a long way to go. And remember, rarely is it a straight line 75 yards, too. Got to have a little extra in there. So whatever the final number is, a well-deserved seat on the bench, a little oxygen if he wants it as well.
Forbath able to convert the extra point, and that will shave one more off this lead. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Giants take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Ready.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection there.
Excellent protection. So now defensively, you've almost got to get down in those starters blocks like you're a sprinter, get lower than those guys on offense and find a way to roar through them or around them to get into the face of the pass.
Easier said than done, though.
Way easier said than done. But they've got to try something, because right now they're just cutting them to shreds.
They'll run it again with Barkley. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on third down?
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
The Giants on third down. They've hit on 6 of their 8 tries. Very good. This time it's 3rd and 3. Jones now operating from the gun. They'll get this out to Barkley, complete. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
First down. First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Recon, 132 fighter.
Check, check. Fresno, Fresno.
Bravo.
Switch.
Hey, check right. Watching your time.
Watch the screen. Mike, 55. Check, 55.
Go. Let's go.
From the gun, Jones. Leaping, and he makes the grab. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. A gain of 4 last play. They double that here and get 8.
8 yards on the pickup.
And he's the epitome of what we call the move tight end, a guy that you can line up anywhere, in the slot, out wide, in tight, doesn't really matter, because he has such great skills. You want to utilize him in all aspects of your passing offense.
And there he was in the slot for the catch. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
Hey, man. Watch the boot.
They'll run here with Pumphrey. And an alley to run. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. It's a gain of 11 and a Giant first down.
Giants
So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Looking to throw. Jones. He completes it to Tate. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. He's played a great game. It continues right there, even with this lead, confident to throw the pass and have the reception made.
There's no doubt who the leader of their team is there? There's no doubt who they want to ride all the way to the finish, because strategy would tell you run the football, run the clock down. Instead, they're letting him throw it because they feel that confident in what he's getting done.
Now a dump off here complete. I call it no gain there on the first down play.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. They go back to the ground now with Barkley. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. That's something we saw over and over again in Barkley's rookie season. He had 91 catches last year, most ever by a rookie running back, part of a fantastic rookie campaign that saw him go over 2,000 total yards. Got a man, Slayton, and stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era, and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
Hey, Charlie.
Back to throw. Jones. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off down at the 2. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Those INTs all sting, but you throw one in the red zone, I think especially as a rookie, maybe it stings a little bit more.
I think what you're saying is they don't all count the same, do they? Right? Interceptions in the red zone that you've given up points now, those are precious, so you have to learn.
And now Prescott is going to be taken down. He couldn't get away, and that's a safety. So a failure there to get rid of the football. I don't know in the end that it's going to matter much here with this game, but it yields another 2 points.
Yeah, I think I'm with you. It may not matter a ton with the deficit that's already there, but like my old coach used to say, it sure ain't going to help.
It doesn't help indeed. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Certainly no reason to panic. They've got the 3-score lead, but the turnover last time, the interception that led to a touchdown, you'd have to think you might not be dialing that up again.
Yeah, probably not. They're still in fantastic shape, though, so I would imagine before he tried it out here for this series, head coach probably just leaned over to him and was like, listen, we're wearing these color shirts. Throw it to those guys, not the others. Try to make a joke out of it and just let them go out there with a little bit more confidence.
Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 2.
Take a break.
Mike 5-4. Who that?
Buzz. Ready?
Here's Jones. Off the play fake. It's caught. Shepard. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. It's a 1st down following a gain of 3.
People worry about throwing the out route because often it can get jumped, and that can turn into either an incompletion or an interception. But not on that one. Everything came together, and he catches it and goes over the sideline.
Throwing Jones. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. Jalen Smith. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here.
Let's go. Watch the pass.
Hey, you. Go.
Now Jones. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And quickly we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively. And on 3rd down, the Cowboys bring in an extra defensive back. Looking to throw. Jones. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. He'll get 15 and a Giants first down. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on third down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. 7 yards there and a first down.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. The Cowboys signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. This is Barkley. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. Only 2 yards on the carry. That's going to set up a 3rd and long, 3rd and 15 to be exact. Now Jones, off play action. That's caught inside the 20. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain. Now a timeout called for by the offense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. They'll try the right side here. Barkley. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Again, it's Barkley. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win.